selling me clothes, twopence for selling me blanket. If ever I list for the soldier again, devil shall be me sergeant. Poor old soldier, poor old...
Right, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the covert spot. We have, who is guest, Bryson. And there he is there somewhere roasting about, Mr. Baldrick. On a cold and frosty morning. Is that right, mate?
-2.
Yeah. But we are hardy.
Some call us mad.
No, that is a fair point. Mad dog's an Englishman. Yeah, no, fair enough. Proud of that, mate, proud of that. But yeah, the old covert spot, because it's proper bit barren now. It's looking a bit barren. But just come out for the day, just because, yeah, you've got to get out. Can't sit indoors. It's a bit fresh. Oh, remind me, mate. I've got to do the 4 army classifications of cold weather. Remind me to do that, mate. Yeah, yeah. I meant to do that last time I was over. Because there's 4 army classifications of cold weather, and none of them involve the word cold. Okay, cold is for girlies, she-males and sissies, and you know, a few of the camp shaky crew. Yeah, no, the dogs enjoy it. They get on well, mate. They meet and they sniff each other's doings and that, and then they just get on, don't they? So that's all good. It's all good. Mr. Baldrick's all the staffy stick. Bryson will go. I'm not sure if David's turned up, mate. I think he would have been here if he could have got away. It's too near Christmas and he was up Camp Shaky and all that, so a few people have been asked, but it's just too near Christmas, mate, isn't it? Yeah, which is fair enough, but hey, I'll just come over here myself if I need. But it's always good to see you again, mate. Always good to see you. With your walking, your Rainier leaf cutter, is it? Or?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very empty.
Well, that's the thing about it, mate. On my one, it doesn't matter if it's empty or not. I just keep attaching badges to it, don't I? There's a couple of bits on there, new bits of kit, like, if that makes sense. But may get round to filming them later on or not. Bryson, you're a gun dog. But we've got no guns. No. Right, ladies and gents, I think Mike's obviously well jacked up because he's brought his brew with him. And I've got to get one on. So I'll bring you back. Alright, ladies and gents, get me brew on there. This is a new acquisition. I sound like a Ferengi, don't I? New acquisition. It's a billy can. Ooh, that's very nice in there. So got it on there. The noise behind is the 2 dogs roughhousing because one's got a stick and Mike's playing chucky stick. Baldrick! I call this covert spot for a reason, mate. Baldrick! Shh! Baldrick! No, ladies and gents, certainly let your eyes be a guide on this one. Proper, full on. It's having its first burn there. Literally top of the range. I'm very impressed with it, Mike, and you've seen that. You quite like that, Mike, don't you? Certainly want a link for that. A little Baldrick find. Sorry, a tightwad find there. So if I tell you that costs £10 and 54 pence, I will show you that later on, okay? After we stop the dogs fighting over a stick. There's plenty of sticks left in the forest. But yeah, nice little billy can there. Lid, everything you'd want in it. £10 and 54 pence. So another little tightwad acquisition there. And something I wanted for forever is like a square misting. But I'll show you that later on, ladies and gentlemen, because I bought these 2 things just because I don't need them, but I just want them. You know what I mean? That you couldn't chuckle at that, mate. And that's, I've got a plan for that. You know, part of a little kit which I'll show you later on. But yes, so the dogs are having a row over that stick there. Mr. Baldrick's over there. He loves it, doesn't he? Look at him. You're not bringing. He starts doing backflips and that and attacks me Bergen and sits on me Bergen. You just want to play chucky stick, don't you?
He wants to do it all the time.
Yeah. Baldrick, you just want to play roughhouse, don't you? But yeah, it's nice just to get out anyway, mate. It's a little bit chipper, isn't it? But there you go.
Chilled weather, never hurt anyone.
Oh no. Baldrick, get down. He does that, doesn't he? Just when he sees a hammock and somebody sits in it, he's like, chung. Dives right in there. Oh, you want me to play chucky stick? Oh, right. You want me to play chucky stick as well, dear? This is a stick, lads, is it? Okay. Who's going to be the doggy stick? Right, come on. Baldrick. Chucky stick. Look at him. I still got it, you twats. Oh. Anyway, ladies and gents, yeah, me brew's probably getting hot by now, so I'll bring you back. Very nice. Nice bit of kit. Yeah. Very nice here, Mike. It's got a really nice rocket effect on that as well, hasn't it? I'm proper liking that, mate. I've got one, but I've got the other version. Not as posh as that. Very nice. Yeah, no grey ears on that one, mate. That's a working bit of kit, isn't it? Nice one. And here we see that seemingly useless little plate being put to good use, because that's Mr. Baldrick's new Scooby snack plate. That's just the right size for that. So yeah, nothing wasted on that, nothing wasted at all. Guess what I've got here? Hello, my son. You can have some of them Scooby snacks if you want, mate. Is that alright then, Baldy? Yes, Dad. You like them? Oh, I'll do that. Nice one. Got to feed the boys, feed the troops before you feed yourself. Lovely. Right, ladies and gents, it's just started raining a little bit. Mr. Baldrick has found his little hide. Oh, Bryson don't care, he just rolls in the mud, doesn't he, Mike? he loves it, he's a robust dog. We're just getting another brew on there. But rain don't stop the lads. What we done is a quick improvised little tarp up there. One of my big poles, tied off two ends. It's a red string, but that's what come with it. Like I just shoved that in the back of me Bergen pouch there, my little sleeping shelter pouch. So that's all good. Mr. Baldrick, he don't like the rain because he thinks it's going to thunder. Bless him. But he's got his little mat down there, so he can put his arse on the ground, mate, getting a cold knob. And we're okie dokie with this, mate, because being bushcrafters, we don't bother about the weather, mate, do we? We make do amend. Mr. Baldy? You want some more Scooby snacks, mate? Sure, don't like the rain.
As they always say, there's no such thing as bad weather, it's just bad clothing and bad equipment.
It is as it goes, mate, it is as it goes. Oh yes, and I'm rocking this little pot. I'll do a little talk about that in a minute. But yeah, no worries, need to get another brew on. Right, ladies and gents, obviously me and Mike have been here for a while. Had a few brews and catch up. He's at a shoot away, he's got things to do, but nice to see him nonetheless, have a good old catch up. Right, ladies and gents, in the old the manner and the style of Tightwad, there's a reason why I chose my channel name. Bushcrafting kit, don't have to all have to be name brands or super duper kit. It can just be some good kit at reasonable prices, and today I offer you the Billy Can, as we see here, purchased off eBay. I will be dropping a link in there. Mike's seen this, absolutely loves it and wants the link, but it's exactly the same as a Pathfinder Morse pot, unbranded, cracking little bit of kit. Really heavy gauge, or decent gauge steel, if that makes sense. It's not flimsy, it's quite robust. The sizes and all that will become apparent as I talk and that. But yeah, saw this on the old, it was a seller that sells everything, if that makes sense. I think I was searching about for one of them dash cams for my missus and I come across this. I thought I had a look at this, but ladies and gents, just let your eyes be your guide on this. If I tell you that right out now to keep watching, like, this is £10 and 54 pence, okay? Now when David was here last time, that's Mr. Baldrick sleeping on his mat, David had the new Pathfinder kit with a 2 litre bottle that goes inside it, if that makes sense, and a slightly taller cup that will go with it. Nice, really like that, but that's in the order of 50 quid and that. It's nice gear. I'm not knocking the Pathfinder stuff, it's nice gear, I've got some of it, but it's expensive, ladies and gents. But here, £10 and 54 pence. I'll just take you through this now. It's got a nice lid that fits on, no worries on that, goes on quite deeply. What I do like about this, another manufacturer could take note about this, is the handle. See where it comes down and you'll just flip it up. Well, I've had 2 brews off this already. No problems on the old lid. As we go round the side, it's indented there, and it's actually indented into the metal. So on the inside, take my word for it, obviously when I filled it up, you know, I just have half a litre because that's what my cup takes. Yeah, lovely jubbly, works, okay. It's got a spout on it, and again, with the holes that go inside that. And 2 handles. Now these are a little bit noisy for my liking, but you know, I'll give that a little tap with a hammer or whatever. I'll just push another bit of steel down there. Nothing wrong with them, just a little bit noisy. That's probably just me. I'm an old soldier, don't like metal on metal. And I'll tell you what's quite smart is the bail arm. It's riveted on, everything's sort of riveted on there, and some spot welds on the back. They look alright, you know, if they're going to go, they're going to go, I'll tell you. But they're down the sides, down the middle, and down the sides again. But this bail arm is a nice little bit of kit. It's got a little kink at the top, so it's easy to centre. And here, I'll bring you, well, there's a little notch there that just bent round. It really is designed nicely. So when you go to pour, it don't go no further forward than that, and that's it. You've got a really positive pour on it. And that is a nice little billy there, in the style of the Moors pot. It's a smaller version of the Pathfinder pot, which I've got and I do love. It's a cracking bit of kit, but you know, that one was 30 something quid. This is a tenner. Now the bit where your Mac tightwad really, ladies and gents, this is when I got a boner on, when I found with a 2 litre Nalgene bottle. Okay, it's industry standard. Look at that, that fits in there. That will obviously fit at the bottom, and I have a patch for this as well. So in effect there, if you've got one of these, as I have, that's right, it's only the top down there, it's causing that to happen. If you've got one, you know, the 2 litre Nalgene bottle, one of these are tenner, and you've got the equivalent of the new Pathfinder kit that's coming out. So there, I'm looking at, I'll save 40 quid anyway, because I probably would have got that as a little Christmas present or something. But so I'm very happy with that, ladies and gents. Obviously that's just me stringy up kit, but that comes out of there very, very nicely. If you haven't got the neoprene sleeve for the bottle, which is a carrier by the way, you just put a little, you know, little rag in there. Just in fact, if I do that, because I'm doing a show, it's got a little bit of room. So all you do is put your little cleaning rag at the bottom of your bottle and stick that straight in there. So ladies and gents, I've got to say, for 10 quid, that is a cracking little billy. It's made a good gauge steel. I'm going to be using it and abusing it, and as Mike said, that's good enough for 1 or 2 people, and just probably all you need in the field, because it can be your, you know, your water boiler, you know, your food cooker. You can even get army rations in there, and it is a solid bit of kit. And for £10, I think it's just over 12 centimetres and so forth, but there's a 2 litre bottle, Nalgene bottle, so you can see it's going to go in there very nicely, and a cheaper way to, if you like the look of the old Pathfinder, the new kit that he's brought out. But yeah, ladies and gents, solid little pot there, £10, 54 pence. I'll drop a link in, let your eyes be your guide. There's only one little thing on that, it's just me, I just don't like the noisy handles, but I'll probably give that a smack with a hammer there, might just bring that in a little bit. But everything else seems robust enough, pours well, the lid don't come off, and as I say, the indents on the outside do show on the inside of it. Little billy pot, £10, I think that's a cracking little find, and you know, you don't need to be spending a load of money to have half decent kit, because I am proper loving that, or as we say in the trade, that I'm rocking that. So yeah, my new sexy little pot. Right, ladies and gents, my second acquisition. I know, I sound like a blinking Ferengi, don't I? Raining on the top, but at least it's being done out in the field, ladies and gents. Saw this again online when I was looking at the old bush pot, which you've probably previously seen, and I thought worth a go. In and around a tenner, about 11 quid. I very much like that because of the shape of it. It looks like the old number 2 cooker set there. I think the old soldiers remember that. Obviously this is a lot larger. There's the billy pack can, just for sort of size. I like the look of this. It comes as a set. You get the lid on it. It's all stainless steel, made out of really good heavy gauge stainless steel. There's only one thing I don't like about it, and that's like the loose or noisy handles. But there's your frying pan, there's your lid to the main thing. It's a lovely size. I'll measure it up when I get home, and I'll drop it in the actual text, so it'll be there. But it comes as a set. So what you get with it is 2 cups, and I'll speak about that in a moment. The 2 of these little plates, and I thought that's no good for naff really, but actually there's 2 of these and 2 cups, like as I said. But that is a brilliant little feeding bowl for Mr. Baldrick for his Scooby snacks when he's over here. So again, you get 2 of them. What you wanted to use that for, I don't know. But for a tenner, just for a nice billy set, you couldn't really chuckle, because that's a nice deep pan there. And again, lid goes over the top, so you've got a frying pan and the main billy. You could quite happily operate with that and nothing else, to be perfectly honest. I think this and the billy, and I'm happy anywhere you drop me in the world, anywhere. Has got and you do come with 2 of these, small little cup, bit small for me to have a brew, I reckon. But do you know, I saw this and I thought, do you know, that is for my technical advisor, because I've not been able to stop him drinking fruit-based drinks for the ladies. And last time we had this screwed together wine glass, which was ingenious but just a bit girly. So I'm going to make him a little present of that, and he can have his wine in that, because that just takes the same as a wine glass. And as per, you know, we've already talked about this. If anybody asks him what he's drinking, he just says it's Ribena, because he likes red wine. So yeah, that's 2 little pots you get with it. Again, another one of these, as I was saying to Mike, I'm not going to do it like recently, but I've got an idea. I'm going to make a little improvised, you know, like cooker out of it, or something like that. You know, a little mess burner or something like that. So one of them's for David. He's got his name down on it, bless him, whether he wants it or not. Not drinking in a wine glass in me, not in the build, mate. So little steel cups you get there, which are quite good. But for me, the bonus is, I'm only talking in and around a tenner, is a nice size square mess tin. Rounded corners, so it makes it all easy. The only thing, again, I'll give him a little smack with a hammer. I think the handles are not loose, but just noisy, and I don't like that. But yeah, for £10, ladies and gents, you get a nice little kit there. 2 mugs and 2 of them. And I really don't think that's a great deal of money, to be perfectly honest. It's all good gauge stainless steel. I'll give it a good old burn up and see what it's what, and see how robust it is. But you know, for in and around £10, your bush grating kit, because you can have that for tenner. Ooh, all improvised, see. And that which I've previously seen, and you know, ladies and gents, we're talking, you've got, you know, enough bushcraft kit there to keep you sorted. So we're talking about what, 21, 22 quid there with postage. Well, I don't think you can do better than that, and I'm proper rocking this billy, as I say. But it is going to be, the only thing is I don't like the noise, but that's just the old soldier in me. Certainly nice little bit of kit, good size. It's big but not too big, and like I say, I've got a little patch that this all goes in. May or may not show you that later on, but it'll bring you back in a moment anyway. Because again, ladies and gents, it all goes with cheap, common man prices but effective bushcrafting kit, where they're not name brands, but they're well up to the job, and you know, easily accessible. As we go, keep mentioning Pathfinder, but they're exactly the same bottle. 1.2 litres, wide cap on it, and obviously you get the cup on that as well. But I think, as you remember from my last video when I showed this, you can get the tops with them from the same seller. That was £22, so that's 40 quid so far. And what I will just throw in there, I was going to use it till it started raining, is the little fold down cooker. I think that was in the region of 22 quid. So if you have a little add up there, 20, 40, 60 quid there, say 65 quid, and you've got a stove, billy can, mess tin, and a water bottle and a cup, all for about £65, ladies and gents. And that's again, 65 quid is 65 quid, but you know, you've got a good old robust, because even Marty Cuff said that's very much like the Petromax one, and you know, they're good kit, but they cost a lot of money. Take that out of the way. Equal to your fireboxes and all your fold down ones. Cracking little billy there for a tenner. Water bottle and mug, 22 quid. And bit noisy, but my little flavour of the month mess tin there, with a decent lid and a decent frying pan if you needed it. All stainless steel. Seems robust enough. And that was in and around 10 or 11 quid. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to spend heaps and heaps of money to get your stuff, get what you wanted done in the field. So yeah, 22 quid, 10, 22, and about 11 quid for that. Like I say, that one does come with a little, well, this will now be known as the wine drinking cup. That's got David's name on it. Yeah, and two of these, well, if you've not got nothing else to eat off, they're not as big as I would have thought they were. But, you know, as I say, that's a nice little feeding bowl for Mr. Baldrick, which, you know, is something I actually wanted in that. So, ladies and gents, yeah, there's a lot of shiny things here. Got to burn them up a little bit. But, you know, you don't have to spend a great heap of money on bushcrafting kit. No, it just goes to show the old type wad's still there. So, ladies and gents, obviously I'll drop some links into this stuff. Please ask if you want to know where to get it or whatever. I bought it from all different people. I'm not getting any kickback. No Christmas box for me, but you know, if I find a nice bit of kit and it's not too expensive, nobody's taking the mickey on the money, I like to pass it on, as you know. And I'll tell you what, this Billy, really impressed with that. Especially as it goes, a 2 litre bottle just drops straight into that, which is already really nice. That's certainly going to be coming out with me all the time. In fact, all these items will do, because I think it costs a lot and I want to get a lot of use out of them. So hopefully, ladies and gents, appreciate you being staying there with me. But yeah, some bushcrafting kit for not a lot of dollar, and we all like that, don't we? Right, ladies and gents, just following on from that water bottle, I had this off the well, Wilderness Gathering. It's an old Belgian Army, their version of 44 webbing pouch. Now on the back there, it's got loads of attachment points, so you can have it going down the vertical stripes. These come off and go into any belt, ladies and gents, just with that buckle there. Loving bit of kit and that. Again, did come with a water bottle. I've just changed it over. There's my lid. Goes down there, down the bottom, and that water bottle, this is where it lives now. It does come with a pouch. Pouch is adequate for what it is, but this is just what I think a lot of householders will know what I'm on about. It's just kind of what you're used to, the old 44 water bottle pouch. And like I say, with attachments on the back, this can go onto the outside of any Bergen, or you know, on any belt. So that's my little stainless steel water bottle and mug, and I do have a little spoon I stuck down in there, because I hate not having a spoon to stir my coffee with, ladies and gents. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to Big Marty. We met, we went to a Toby and ate him out of a house and home. Just bring that in a little bit. Yeah, Marty shot to me a cracking, really heavy, proper brass compass, and it's definitely accurate. I checked it a number of times, and so has he said that. But I just want to say to Outlander Bushcraft, Big Martin, the big fella, thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate that. It's going to be in my top pocket, that. Yeah, we met up for Toby. I think we're band, mate, really, because we had him at a house and home, didn't we? You can't send when you just self-serve with me and Big Marty. Don't do it. But Martin, really appreciate that, mate. And that's a beautiful bit of kit. Really nice. Thank you, mate. And ladies and gents, side of a Bergen, get 2 ammunition pouches at the top, and you get this. I've unpicked it all. A work in progress. Going to put some belt loops on this, but this is now going to be a cracking little bit of kit that I'm going to make up into a haversack. Put the 2 ammunition pouches either side, but lovely little size. When I unpicked this, it was folded under like that. Okay, so it was roughly about mess tin size, and then when I've done that, all I've needed to do is sew up the bottom there, and I've got quite a long pouch. And the ammunition pouches, when you unpick it off the side of a Carrymore, I try and stick a picture in so you know what I'm talking about. That's what I started with. But give us a second here. This is all ad hoc while I'm waiting to be picked up. Is everything just fits really nicely in this bag, and I've got another brew on there, so I can't show you with a billy can, but I will before I go. This takes the that's what I was initially going to carry in that, and I started unpicking, but then I realised, see if I'm still in shot, the billy can on the bottom of this all goes in there very, very nicely. So this is a work in progress that I'm going to make it into a haversack with 2 ammunition pouches either side. You can get loads more gear in there. I've not done it properly, it's only ad hoc. But that, if you imagine that with a strap around it, two ammunition pouches either side where my hands are, it's just going to be like a little Claymore type shoulder bag. And it can fix to the outside of a Bergen, because you know, like when I start doing fixings and so forth, it goes onto everything. But yeah, I paid £10 for that at the Wilderness Gathering, just picked it up and that. You know, it's got the side zips, so it normally would zip onto the side of a Bergen. I was probably never going to use it as such, so I've unpicked it and we'll see what the old tightwad makes of that, if that makes sense. But I was ever so happy when I started unpicking it and realised it's a lot longer, just that they sewed it round at the bottom. So yeah, that's going to be a work in progress. But that will be the billy can that you've seen, and the 2 little water bottle. And as you can see, you can still get extra stuff in there. A sustainment pouch, to be perfectly honest. And that's where my water bottle and that billy can is going to live, and it all fits in there very, very nicely. Some things were just meant to be, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go. There we go, ladies and gents. We see Mr. Baldrick there, just having 40 winks. Bless him. Got his little insulated map, and I've just took my softy off and put my little softy jacket around him. Bless him. You like Mr. Baldrick? Sure, I don't like the redhead. You like my warm jacket? He says, yeah, I like that. But there you go, Mr. Baldrick. Ain't been long, mate. We'll go up soon. Oh, alright then. I like that bit. There we see the Pathfinder shoulder bag. I bought 18 quid. Again, not very expensive. I'm leaving it out in the rain. It's waterproof. It's nothing in there is going to get wet, and you've got to give it a little test. Quite liking that for 18 quid, ladies and gents. Obviously, it's made by somebody, and Pathfinder's put the name on it, but 18 quid, Heine Haynes. Nice bit of kit that. Again, 18 quid is 18 quid, but for what you get a lot for your money there. And that's what I like to do, because I'm my own tightwad. And my money's as good as anybody, but I just like to make sure it's spent wisely. There, but that's, I've just left that in the rain, because why not? Put my paddles on it. Mr. Old Baldrick, he don't like the rain. I've took my softy off and wrapped him up in my softy jacket, bless him. There you go, boy. He's a robust boy. But yeah, no water's getting inside there. It has got a waterproof zip, and this pocket here, do you know, my stupid square mess tin that I bought and got all excited about, fits in there just nicely. There's Mr. Baldrick. I think he's going on a little patrol there, and yeah, it's a bit ad hoc, ladies and gents, but certainly working. Just stuck up a little tarp there just to cover my little working area. There's Mr. Barley. See, we're all coming in, Dad. I want to go over and get it warm there, put the heating thing on. But there's a little charge. I'm waiting for the mist to pick me up. Yeah, that little mist in there fits in the front of that pouch. And ladies and gents, here we see it now. I'll try and stick it out there in the light. Is that pouch that I was talking about? In there, I've got the actual cooker and the billy pot and a 2 litre water bottle, and I'm going to make this up into like a Claymore type pouch, because it's going to have the 2 ammunition pouches on either side there. And yeah, that's rocking. I'm really happy I unstitched that. So got that very cheaply. That's a work in progress. I want to get that done as soon as. You've got to, with this sewing, like when you get enthusiastic about something, you've got to get it done there, because it's easy to come home from work and just think, oh, I can't be bothered, can't be arsed. But yep. Square this tin. Look at that. Oh, David's cup in there. But I'm quite happy with that for a tenner. And I was going to show you there another little tin I got when I was down London doing some training as a support worker. Went into one of them little shops that sell everything, and got 2 of these. So that's me, like natural, you know, flint, tinder, char cloth, fire lighting kit inside there. I'll do that on another day, ladies and gents. But yeah, had my brews off this today, the old Trangia, well, it's a titanium one burner, and that little Lilliput or whatever it is, windbreak's been really good. Like I say, tin, it used to have tuner in it, snapper outer. But just gradually packing up now, and waiting for Mrs. Tightwad to finish work. She'll come and pick me up, bless her. Might have to shoot away early. I'll tell you one thing I'm really impressed with, is the old Anchor charger upper. Really, it's still on 4 bars, and I've charged this camera up a zillion times from it as well. That's my little tobacco pouch, and just having a brew. And underneath there, I even gifted my softy jacket, and another use for this softy jacket for Mr. Baldrick. He says, "Ooh, don't like the rain." You don't like rain, mate, do you? Because you think it's going to thunder, don't you? But we'll be going home soon, mate. And yeah, there's a few bits like that pouch at the back there for me kit. I'll show you that another time, ladies and gents. But other than that, it's raining, but it hasn't really dampened the day. And it's the old covert spot. Mr. Baldrick, look, he's hiding under there and he's sitting on my jacket, bless him. Yeah, put a little tarp up just to keep the rain off, and that's done well. There's something nice about the woods in winter, and when it's raining. There's like a proper fresh smell. But yeah, quite happy with that little Pathfinder bag, leaving it out in the rain. And Mr. Baldy under there, you alright? You got your little house under there, have you, Mr. Baldy? He says, "I want to go home then." Proper owning my softy, haven't you, mate? It's alright, your dad will be cold, but as long as you're not. Here you go, boy. Right, ladies and gents, all I'm going to do now is get that brew down my neck and wait for a pick up. Like I say, there's that pouch, so it's got a 2 litre water bottle in it, that billy can for a tenner, and that fire stove in it. Yeah, I've got a little bit more work to do on that, and that's going to be like a little haversack. But anyway, ladies and gents, from a very wet covert spot, I love the old sound of the tarp and rain. I'll say tatty bye, and see you again sometime soon. If you watch this far into my film, as always, thank you very much.